I told you. I warned you. I told you this would happen. 3 braces on every hero. It's a hack, I tell you. A legal hack. But yeah, I know. Enchantress isn't really quite all heroes, but just because it might work on Shaman and herself, it doesn't quite mean it'll work on a PA. But hey, give it a shot. Maybe it does. I've never tested it. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, right? Enchantress, Pugna, and Shaman are 3 int heroes with no HP pool. Enchantress and Pugna especially are infamous for having the lowest strength gain in the game, and lo and behold, turns out 3 braces into Atos and Drums works wonders on all of them. It gives mana regen, it gives a bunch of health, and it gives movement speed. Enchantress is really weird. When I started playing her, she was only ever a support. Puppy was famous for playing her, and she was a respected hero. But on a dime, that respect disappears when you realize the potential for throwing things with great impetus. And Enchantress lost my respect as well. So yeah, what is she now? A carry? A support? You know, I don't know. I never really think about it. When I try, my brain just defaults to this question I've had for years. Is it really bestiality if she speaks English and is clearly up for it?
You know what I love? Everything.
Oh, I bet you do. Do you guys ever think about that? There's actually this theory that Enchantress is a goddess of death or something. I don't know, I saw this years back, but her positivity and innocence is all like a facade to hide her true identity. Totally makes sense to me after playing against an Enchantress. She's pure evil. If you're playing against Enchantress, keep in mind she beats anyone who doesn't build BKB, but relies on hitting her to deal damage. Faceless Void, Spectre, Clinks, all of the classics. She also beats anyone who can't one-hit kill her, heroes who depend on sustained damage. Heroes like Phoenix and Timbersaw. She also beats Timbersaw by bypassing his high armor with pure damage, BKB piercing pure damage. A general rule of thumb would be Enchantress counters anyone who can't A, getting close to her, B, want to touch her, C, make her burst. And whoa, look at that, you've got the first hero in Dota who is a direct counter to you, the viewer. Yikes. People who can get in close are heroes like PA and Huskar. PA is, yeah, all physical damage and attacks, but she beats that by having these 4 max attack speed hits, and with Enchantress's propensity for being extremely low HP, one of them critting is a kill. Heroes that don't need to lay a hand on her at all because of AoE damage and just collateral damage, or literally just incredible nuke damage, include Sand King for the former and someone like Lena for the latter. And then there's anyone who builds BKB and also gets in close. BKB obviously doesn't work against Impetus, but being in melee range works against Impetus, and BKB beats Untouchable. So BKB is good, and in other words, Enchantress counters anyone below 2k. I take Enchantress offlane, but I feel like these days that's not even really that crazy anymore. Taking Enchantress jungle, even though she has a spell to convert creeps, is the weird thing this patch. Crazy how time do that, huh? Here's the offlane build. The one random level in Enchant is specifically to go to the hard camp closest to the lane. It's amazingly convenient that the camps closest to the lanes are camps with the highest damaging creeps. Just pick up the biggest one, leave the small ones. When you're playing Dire and you're on the Radiant safe lane, this messes up their typical pull. If you want to pull, just find time to kill them and use the creeps to last hit with you. Untouchables max to stop harass, and after that you're pretty much set. Speaking of Untouchable, the attack speed slow triggers on the start of any attack, and a lot of us have that setting where we auto attack after a spell. This wouldn't really mean much considering we're already going to get it because we're attacking Enchantress, except that the slow lingers even when attacking a new unit right after getting the slow. Cancelling that attack command and then doing a second on the new unit breaks it. Enchant is a spell that could probably just lose the creep stealing aspect and still be fine. It slows heroes, converts creeps. I know what you're thinking. No, it doesn't convert Lone Druid's Bear, but it does convert illusions. Really fun to deny yourself by enchanting an illusion or a summon creep while you're on 1 HP and the summon's killing blow is in midair. And you can make OD Pixel go,
what a player!
When you convert the creep and then it expires, nobody actually gets the experience. What you're effectively doing is just reducing the amount of XP that's possible to get in a game. And yeah, it also slows, but you know that. Nature's Attendance is a finicky spells that spawns up to 10 wisps, or let's say fairies for clarity's sake, that heal 10 HP every second and then swap targets every second. So if you're alone, all 10 heal you. Over 10 seconds you heal 1000 HP. Great. If you're next to a creep wave, you're not going to get any of it because they're healing the creeps randomly. It's usually best to send your enchanted creeps away while you're healing to avoid that. And then there's Impetus. Pure BKB piercing damage that deals more damage the further you are from Enchantress on impact. Meaning, with a max distance of 1750, a DS in melee range on cast can surge to that max point and still take 385 pure damage per hit, plus her base attack too. Ags gives Enchantress 190 range, which makes Impetus's cast range 740. But if you're up against a team of 5 PAs, somehow, Ags won't do a thing for you, so keep that in mind. It's that unique brand of core item that you wouldn't necessarily get every game. Wait, that doesn't make sense. And here it is, the cherry on top. With offlane, there's 2 actual builds you can go. Boots, Tango Branch, and Circlet, Tango, Circlet, Circlet. But I mean, that it's not really that set in stone. Change it up, get more branches, more regen if you want. The idea is that the two ends of the spectrum are using your base 340 movement speed to harass anyone who gives you lip, and then buying as much efficient HP as possible to safely farm on a hard lane. Pick and choose where you fall on that spectrum and base your build around it. Phase and treads, yet again, fight for supremacy here, but just simplifying, phase is the high risk, high reward play here, which is what I'd recommend if we factor in entertainment value. And then yeah, those circlets become braces, one bracer becomes drums, and the last two become Atos. 420 HP, among other things, on a hero who practically has 0 is, by my calculations, an infinite percentage increase. Oh my god! Imagine the same items on the other centaur. Centaur. 420 HP added onto 100,000 HP, well, that's 0.42%. Hurricane Pike is a natural addition. It's like a cheaper version of Ags with more utility and sets. Then stuff like Skadi, BKB, AC. Pipe's good. If you're already immune to physical, why not just complete the package? And yeah, that's a pretty good all-around idea of Enchantress's item builds. You can also go Necro Book and Vlad's if you really wanted to. Helm of the Dominator too, and maybe push early. But yeah, if you can't, she's a great late game. And that's it, really. She's a pretty simple hero. Oh, what? Oh, you want to know what sort of creeps you should be enchanting? Oh, well, my friend, that is a topic for a whole nother video. One that might just come out very soon. Hi there. This episode was brought to you by Foxy of Fucking Luxley, Freekill, Chris, 1996, Gore Rocker, The Adam Sandler Attack Crab, Allahu Dankbar, Lucas Cucone, Michael Robb, Mr. Revolut, Post, Shadow Sweetheart, Jeff Miller, Ashen Rabbit, Kim Nelson, Haha, I saw these guys a whole day ago, I'm Pickle Rick, KKK, oh no, that one guy who jungles Tinker and everybody else, Mr. Magic aka The Tones, Kaiser Wilhelm, Hubert motherfucking Cummerdale, Raphael Silva, Frieda Blondor, Shiva's Guard, and don't worry, it's a male nipple so it's okay, Red, English Breakfast Tea, Digital Dark, Pro-S, Shandor Chabar, Orange Filter Sky, Procrastination Studios, Leonard, Yabis McGee, Soranog, Jolly Jew Giant, Carbon Bond, XD, Christian Rudder, Milocott, Average Soul, Scar, Apache Mari wearing a headwear neckwear nicknamed as Hatcrafter, Red Game Fleur, Hi, I'm Eric and I'm a filthy fucking slag first. Oh, haha. Jim Bond, the Son of God, Tsunami Shadow, Puneeth P, Rhett Mitchell, Exato, Whimsy Shire Magic, Wag1, Pifting, What's Your BBM Pin, Grumman, Emmy Does Alone, Kig Gizzard, and the Shitty Wizard, Zeno Penumbra, Sleepers for the Week, Herpa Derpa Dooda Derp, Swaggity Booty Beep Boop D, Tugs McBoat, Slap a Leg of Lamb on the side for it, Redulus, Kerrison, 15, and the rest.